Oh, yeah, visualization. Okay. Okay, what do you understand with visualization? Okay, those of you who are new over here, let me just give you a couple of rules. We just raise the hand icon. That's how we participate. You raise the hand icon, we know we'll call out your name, and then you could go ahead and share. That is how we avoid any kind of chaos over here, okay? So tell me, like, when you think about visualization, what comes to your mind? What's going to happen today? What are we going to do? Show of hands, please. What's the thought? Yes. Hi, Brahmananda. How are you doing? Such a long time. So good to see you.
Ma'am,
Yes.
great, ma'am. After a very, very long time, again, I'm back in Venice.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
very much excited and I'm very happy to see you again, ma'am.
Absolutely. Same here.
Yeah.
Yes, Brahmananda. Tell me, what do you think we're doing here today?
Yeah, madam, actually, what I'm aware of visualization is like whatever we want to accomplish or achieve uh, in a like whatever my dreams or anything. So, what I understand is we should visualize whatever we want to be in future or what I'm supposed to be or what I wanted to be. That
Yeah.
if we start visualizing on daily basis, that that universe will accept that and it will give it to you whatever you want. That's what I have felt and I have experienced and I have gained also. I have been doing this after your last session. I have been practicing many things, and
Wow.
this is one visualization, gratitude. All these things have given a lot of benefits, ma'am.
Very beautifully shared. Absolutely. Okay, Prabha, you tell me, what do you think we're going to do today? What is it in creative visualization? And everyone, keep putting your thoughts out there in the chat box. Come on. Whatever you think is
We
creative
are going
visualization.
to
Yes.
create a picture of our future state in visualization.
Okay. Picture of our future state. That is so beautiful to hear. Absolutely. Can we acknowledge that, please? Future state. Look at that. Ramananda, what he shared. Can we acknowledge each other? Look at the way your thoughts go. You're already looking at what you really want. And that's fantastic. Very well shared. What about you, Param? What do you think we're going to do?
Yeah,
Manifestation. Right? Good.
yeah.
Yes.
So, well, the things that we want to achieve in our life. So, how we can achieve that through the powerful visualization. So, that's what we want to learn today. Thank you.
Very well shared. Yes, absolutely. What do we want to create? What we want to achieve? We're going to create that today. Well shared. Yes, Aarti. So good to see you. Yes. Go ahead. Share.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning. Wishing you a very happy new year. Happy new year to
You.
all, everybody who are participating today. So probably, I think today's session is majorly about, yes, manifesting it, and also to navigate our journey throughout that how we want to see ourselves. So if we manifest the goals, what we want to achieve, that is what this session is, and we are really looking forward for that.
Manifest what you really want. That is how generally the world sees. Let me tell you this. Creative visualization is a session the community has been talking for a very long time. And I thought, okay, when do we give this in leadership? This is really important. Let me tell you the significance of today. Today is not just another day. It's the first page of your 2025 story. First page. You're going to write a story for yourself this year. This is the first page of your book. A fresh canvas waiting for you to define it. And I want to begin by now saying this is my way of wishing you all a very happy and prosperous New Year 2025 with the gift of creative visualization. There is something very profound about January 1st. Power of one. We always remember one as very important. It's very significant to us. The first job. Can you remember the first job? There's so many jobs you do, but the first one, very important. The first victory, the first project, the first manager, first promotion, first salary, what you did with that, the first check, your first child, your first crush. And if you were in US, I would have said your first marriage. The very first day of this year, 1st January, is a day charged with possibility and nothing else. This is a chance to reshape your future, ignite your ambitions, and set the course, Next 365 days, how are they going to go? You are setting the course today. That is why we are here right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not in the coming month, but because this session is meant for just this day. And luckily, it is Wednesday. Imagine, is this a coincidence? No, I think this session was meant for this Wednesday. That's how I see it, because today we begin shaping everything that follows. So tell me, people, I'm just thinking this, or are you visualizing this with me? Most of the people on 1st of January, what do? They relax, they party, they enjoy. You could have chosen to relax and maybe just sleep in, or maybe just let this day drift away, or tomorrow, hard work starts and all of those things, but you didn't. What does that tell me? You made a conscious choice to be here, to invest in yourself, and that tells me something very important. Not just about the people who are already there as a part of Zenit, but those of you see over here, there's so many people for the very first time, I think they're being acquainted to this powerful community, to these powerful group of professionals who are leading in different fields over here. First time they're over here. But even for you, I can say one thing for sure. You are not someone who wants an average life. Good is not okay for you. You need great. You're someone who's ready to take charge of your future. And let me share something with you today, that if you commit to this session, if you stay fully present and awake, and you follow through everything that I tell you, I promise you, these 2 hours that you're going to spend here today, I'm going to make it worth your while. Because these 2 hours have the potential to shift the entire trajectory of your life. And when it comes, and it will, I want you to mark this day, 1st of January 2025. Remember, 1st January 2025, the day you stepped forward to craft something remarkable. And then when you do that, make sure you come back to me and you tell me, this is the day I wrote this dream, I wrote this vision, and here is me creating it. You were a part of that journey. So people, tell me, does that excite you? Does that make you feel powerful? How do you feel in this moment? In the chat box, someone who feels that, yes, I'm absolutely ready. In the chat box, please. And your words are going to tell me, what's your power? With what commitment are you here? In the chat box. Let's see that. What's that one word for you? Okay, Shrikant says all in. Charged up. Absolutely. Absolutely ready. Committed. Fully geared up. Wow, Rekha. 100% committed. Absolutely ready and committed, raring to go, vibrating with positivity, geared up, committed, powerful, and absolutely ready. Fantastic. This is an amazing group. Now, let me say something. We're going to move at a very fast pace today, okay? So I'm going to ask you this one question. If you have anything on the side which is going to pull you out before the next 2 hours, show of hands, please. Or I'm here for an hour or so, and I will see, how it goes. And then, you know what? I'm going to maybe 30 minutes early, 15 minutes early is how I'm going to leave. Anyone who has any other commitments today? Because let me tell you this, if you have any other commitments, don't mind me saying this, the energy of this room is going to grow up at a supersonic speed. I don't want any leak in the energy. I want everyone over here committed for one goal. You know what? These people who are going to be a part of your vision today, committed to grow with you today, you know what's going to happen? Each one of these people, they're going to help you achieve your vision. You have no idea how. You will start seeing it when it happens. So we got to be here in this. In Zenith, we have one statement, one for all for one. So can you all commit to me today? Here, you are here in this session with one and only one spirit. One for all for one. I am the one who is here to energize and empower, not leak. Are we ready for this? In the chat box, people, one for all for one. In the chat box. No lazy people today. Come on, energize. Wake up, into action. One for all for one. Look at this. When you read it, how does it make you feel? One for all for one. One for all for one. One for all for one. Do you know what it means? People in this life suffer for not having people around them who truly care. When you read this, one for all for one, it shows you just one thing for sure. I'm not alone. And there's so many people with me in my journey today. Does that excite you? Give me a big thumbs up. Yes? Good. Rule number 2 for today. Yes, many of the people confuse creative visualization with manifestation. That's not what it is. You will soon realize today. Things get manifested, that's a byproduct of creative visualization. You realize what you want, you get the outcome that you need, it gets manifested. But creative visualization is not manifestation. Creative visualization is a way too powerful. Every single successful person on this planet in any field uses it, utilizes it, and they win their goals. They make it happen. And today you'll realize that. So when you're sitting over here, don't confuse this to be a manifestation session. If today you are able to focus all your energy within and without, inside you and outside you, at the same given point of time, and switch between the two, which means at times you will have to focus inside and then you will have to focus on the outside. If you're able to make the switch consistently, be with me, follow the steps, then you will start realizing, even before you're out of the session, you would have gotten clues to so many things you were thinking about. How should I do this? Would that be amazing? People tell me. Yes. For that, we got to do one thing for sure. As a team over here, we got to keep the energy alive. To keep the energy alive, I ask you a question, you rush to answer. You don't sit at the back of your seat. You don't take rest. You sit straight because you're here for a purpose, for a cause. Someone sitting as a winner, what would be their posture? Come on, sit like a winner and show me. Someone who is sitting as a winner, what's their posture? A soldier, what's his posture? How's his back, his spine, his face? You look at them and their eyes talk, isn't it? You look at them, many times you're not able to completely, consistently look into their eyes. You drift. You know why? There's some power in their eyes. Yes or no? For a moment, you'll all close your eyes, say one statement that I'm going to say, and then open your eyes and say that statement with your eyes again. Ready? Ready? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. You're going to do that many times. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Say this inside you first. I'm way more powerful than I ever knew. I am way more powerful than I ever knew. I am a power magnet. I am a power magnet. I attract abundance. I attract opportunities. I create a powerful life. Now slowly breathe it in, open your eyes. When you open your eyes, through your eyes, I want you to say this to everyone who is sitting over here. Look into their eyes, pick up any one person over here. Look into that person's eyes. Through your eyes, say this one statement. I am a power magnet. Say it through your eyes. Have a little smile on your face. How does a person who is a magnet feel inside? A mild smile. Say it with your eyes. I'm a power magnet. Now say it with your eyes. I love you. Come on, everyone over here. Say it to someone over here. I love you. I'm here for you. I'll grow with you. Now say it over here right now in this moment. I'm grateful to the universe. I got this opportunity. That gratitude must show on your face. I'm grateful to the universe. I got this opportunity. This is not 1st of Jan 2025. This is the 1st of Jan 2025 when I create the first page of the story of my life. Are we ready, people? Let's acknowledge. Come on, give a huge round of applause to each other, everyone present over here. What a powerful start to this day. amazing. You guys are all amazing people. I love you all so, so, so much. Now, those of you who are in Zenith or otherwise, you know Zenith works on the principle of 5 inner intelligences, yes? The first one, for those who are here for the first time, let me just take a little bit further and just maybe take a couple of minutes to share that with you. The very first intelligence is your personal intelligence. That's all about your self-awareness. How much are you able to reflect on who you are, what your goals are, what you hold closest to your heart? Do you know your strengths and weaknesses? How much do you know about yourself, your ability to create, your potential? Do you realize the power has, is, and always will be with you? When you become someone with personal intelligence, here is something that happens. You suddenly realize the power is with me, has been with me, will always be with me. I have a choice to make. Underlying question. I have a choice to make if I want to activate my personal intelligence. I can either choose to be a victim or a victor. Either a victim or a victor. I can't be both. It cannot be a matter of conveniences. It cannot be today I can complain. Tomorrow I choose to be a victor. When I feel sad, you know what? Then I have a right to complain, a right to feel sorry about myself, a right to feel why me, a right to feel why the universe did this to me. And tomorrow, when I feel good, I can say, you know what, I'm full of energy. And I can say I'm a power magnet. So one day I can be this, one day I can't be that. Then that is your sleeping personal intelligence. You are going to be among the 98 percentile, not 2 percentile. When you want to switch from 98% to 2%, the first realization, the first awakening is of that personal intelligence inside you, that I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, I know I'm a zenith, I know I will have situations that will make me feel low. But when that happens, you know what I'll do? I'll bounce back stronger because there is a creator inside me. Does this give you power? Does this make you realize that, okay, I will have to make a choice today? So you know what? Until today, whatever happened, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me where you're coming from. It doesn't matter before the time that you entered this session today. How are you thinking? Doesn't matter. How you're going to think this moment onwards is going to matter, because guess what? After you move out of this session, you're not going to be able to forget whatever happened today. You take notes, you don't take notes. You will never be able to forget what happens here today. This will always keep haunting you. Every time you act like a victim, you will have a voice in your head telling you, am I being a victim or am I being a victor right now? What am I choosing? So guess what? When that happens, step back to the mode that makes you a person that you love. Done deal? Can we do that? Yes. Second is intellectual intelligence. This is the intelligence that sharpens your focus, brings you clarity to your path. Through visualization, you know what? Your decision-making process is ignited, your confusions are resolved. Every step you envision carves a clear direction, a clear path in front of you, solves your confusions. Intellectual intelligence is you being able to understand that anytime I want, listen carefully, anytime I want, I can raise my IQ. People think IQ is what you're born with. Well, guess what? Every 15 days, IQ changes. Every 15 days, IQ can be raised. You choose. When done in the right way, your IQ can be raised. I'm telling you this. Write it down. Test it. You will see it happening. The moment you participate in the right exercises, you will see what happens. That's your intellectual intelligence that gives you the essence to plan, to organize, to structure your thoughts, and making sure you're utilizing every resource around you, your observation skills, all of those. That's your intellectual intelligence. The communication intelligence, that is the third one. It is not just about speaking. You know, I feel so sad. The world has all become about, you know what, I want to be a public speaker. I want to talk well. I want my tonality, my body language, my this, my that to be fixed. Guess what? This is so sad. That's not communication. Communication is your medium that connects two different people. It's the connection between life itself, you and any person in front of you. You tell me, what's the connection? If you don't speak, the other doesn't listen, what's the connection? Communication is the connection between two people. We have made it too frugal by saying it is all about just the body language and tonality. Yes, that's important. It's a very small fraction of it. Communication intelligence is how you communicate with yourself inside you. Your internal communication, when that strengthens, guess what happens? The communication that you do with the outside world, that comes out like, oh my God, this perspective I haven't heard. This guy is a leader. That's what people see. Only when your internal communication is strengthened. And communication intelligence is when you're able to make the same communication with the universe also. When you draw in new opportunities, people to you, new relationships, new resources, new possibilities, things that you've been wanting, longing. Emotional intelligence, that's the fourth one. You have to understand success isn't just an outcome, it's a feeling. Yes or no? When you succeed, it's not an outcome, it's how you feel, isn't it? When you succeed, it's all about your emotions. In that moment, oh my God, I'm feeling that surge of energy inside me. I'm feeling so confident, so powerful. I feel like, I am vindicated. Like once and for all, I'm there. That's a feeling, isn't it? How many of you feel success? Show of hands. Yes, I understand. I feel success. Guess what? That's what we forget. Success is all about a feeling. It's about your emotional state. Whether you want your relationships, your career, your profession, anything to be successful, without emotional intelligence, we aren't headed anywhere. Guess what? And in the age of AI, how many of you agree we are in the age of AI now? Artificial intelligence is ruling everything. Yes? Guess the only thing that AI can't beat? Emotional intelligence. Even to guide and handle AI, you need leaders, and leaders are only those people who have emotional intelligence to lead teams. If you can understand others' emotions, their mindset, where they're coming from, then you can make sure that there is a connection between you and them. Agreed? Do you agree with this? That without, tell me, I mean, if suppose you're between two people, you keep giving instructions. How many of you have seen this situation? You keep giving instructions to people, they listen to you at their will. They're not ready to listen. How many of you were here are parents? Show of hands. You have a kid? Yeah. You've invested a lot in your kids. You think about them day and night. Yeah. You put them at the right places, the right schools, everywhere. You do that. Yes. You think about their future. You protect them, give them everything they need. Yes or no? Give me a big nod. Yes or no? Yeah. Do they listen to you? They only listen to you when they want to listen to you. Can you force your kid to listen to you? You can make them sit in front of you, but you cannot ensure whether or not they listen to you. Yes or no? Do you agree with this? Sad, huh? Ironical. Now, if your kids on whom you've invested all your life, years, you meet them every day, you invested so much on them, there's so much of connection, love, everything. You can't make them listen to you. What makes you think you can make your colleagues, supervisors, other people listen to you? What makes you think that? We are illusioned. Listening happens when there is an emotional intelligence aspect and communication intelligence blended. And sometimes people listen to you. What happens? You have unknowingly activated both these intelligences. That is when people listen to you. But there is a structure to all of those. When you talk about the last one, that is spiritual intelligence, this is where you align yourself with the higher sense of purpose. Spiritual intelligence has nothing to do with any religion or spirituality per se. It is to do with the spirit inside you. It is to do with you getting into the flow state. Whenever you want, you're able to get into the flow state at the highest level of productivity. And when situations fail, things do not work, something doesn't happen as planned, you're still able to function at the topmost of your energy. And even better, getting that flow state is spiritual intelligence. Understanding there is a higher power, a universal energy surrounding me, making my path easier, supporting me all along. These are the 5 innate intelligences, people. Now answer one question for me. Does it excite you? You're sitting in a group like this. You're talking about 5 innate intelligences January 1st. Does it excite you? You're sitting in a group like this. What does it make you feel? Give me one word first in the chat box. What's your feeling right now listening to this conversation? What excited you the most? Yes, blissful, super energetic, blessed. Come on, let it keep coming, people. Energized, on the right track. Yes, Susan. Strength, super awesome, positivity, privileged, on the top of the world, blessed, energized, positive, super excited, feeling equipped to recharge myself whenever required to be a winner. Absolutely. Energetic, vigorous, clear. Love that term. Clear, privileged, empowered, positive. Love that. Each one of you, especially you're participating over here. Kudos to you. A lot of exchange of energy. Absolutely. Reinstating who we truly are. Absolutely. Positive, gratitude, thinking in the right way to life. Absolutely. Appreciate all of that. Now tell me, you talked about creative visualization. We are going to do that today. Which out of these 5 intelligences do you think creative visualization uses? What are we going to activate today? Which intelligence in the chat box? Which intelligence is going to be utilized for creative visualization? Spiritual, okay. Intellectual, spiritual, emotional, spiritual. You cannot do creative visualization without activating all the 5 intelligences. That's the beauty of this day. One exercise that will activate all of your intelligences. You will start feeling way more connected to the purpose, to everything that you're doing. You will start feeling that every sense, every cell of your body, your brain, because see, before you visualize, before you do creative visualization, first, you got to know, I'm the one who can do it. Yes or no? You got to have a belief in your strength, your capability. I'm the one who can do it. I can create a future. Yes or no? If you do not believe I can't create a future for yourself, what are we doing over here? Correct? This session is not for you. Second, if you do not know what to focus on, if you don't have a clear decision, what will you do with creative visualization? Make sense? Unless you use your intellectual intelligence to have a very clear-cut path, direction, future, this is exactly what I want. This is the goal that I want. And I want to really name Anna over here. Anna, I received your email. I checked the work that you've done before coming over here in the session. Truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Fantastic. Your community needs to see that. Put it on the portal, please. Let everybody see it. Amazing work. Yeah. Now you talk about the third intelligence. Can you do creative visualization if you cannot communicate with yourself and the universe? Can you do that? Think about it. And if you cannot feel what you're creating, if you cannot feel the success, if you do not use your emotional intelligence, it will be short-lived. It will not be a reality. It'll become wishful thinking. It'll become something that we call, okay, we manifest and then, oh yeah, I manifested it. It took me years to achieve that. You do it right, it doesn't take you years. Let me tell you that. It should be here. Universe has abundance, ready waiting for you. Only needs you to align with the abundance. Only wants you to be ready to receive it. That's all the universe wants. Never ever has, never ever will want anything more for you. If you haven't been achieving something that you've really been wanting, you've been waiting for it for so long and it hasn't happened in your life, why? Because you're not ready. Think about it, because you're not ready for it. Maybe you'll not be able to handle it. Maybe you'll not be able to live it through. Maybe you're not sorted. Maybe you will shift back and go back to the same where you were. Until and unless all of that is sorted, you will keep moving round and round in circles with the same thing. Maybe the communication inside you is not aligning with the communication outside. That is the only reason. And yes, without your spiritual intelligence, without you believing there is an ulterior power out there which can make everything happen for me instantly, well, yes, guess what? It wouldn't happen. Are we aligned now? All 5 intelligences to become the best version of you and use creative visualization as superpower. So tell me, people, are you ready to make 2025 your most intentional, purpose-driven year? Chat box people, I am ready. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I want to show you who are the people, if you think that we are the only ones doing it, who are the people who have done it with ease. Let me say something over here before we move any forward. 3 things I want you to write down, and in future also, if anybody challenges you, make sure you have this written with you. Creative visualization is not abstract dreaming. People think we are going to dream the future. It is not abstract dreaming. I'm telling you 3 things it is not. Clear? It is not wishful thinking. I wish this happens. I wish I could become this. I wish I was so abundant. I wish I have this in my life. It is not wishful thinking. It is not daydreaming. And it is definitely not just, I'm adding the word over here, not just positive thinking. Most people say, well, what thing, when you think positive thing happens in your life. Yeah, it's true. But just positive thinking wouldn't do it. That's not creative visualization. Are we clear about this? These 3 things, write it down. This is not abstract thinking, not wishful thinking, not just positive thinking. It's about using visualization as a strategic tool to sharpen your focus, refine your decision making, find a clear direction, and make a map. Map out your leadership. When we're diving deeper into this, are you interested in knowing people who have created magic in their life using creative visualization? Do you want to know some stories like that? Yeah. Drop a yes in the chat box. Yes, I want to know. I'm going to share my screen. I want to share something with you. Okay, ready? Can you all see my screen today? Yes? Remember this one line because I love it so much. Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill said that. I say something a little different. The right time you shall know. Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. These are the people who believed in it. These are 3 people, just 3 people I've put out there. And there's so many of them. I can just go on talking about them. When you're talking about the first picture, you see that is Michael Phelps, He, you can say, is someone who is a master of mental rehearsal. Gold champion, Olympic gold champion. He's one of the most decorated Olympian of all times, and he uses creative visualization consistently at a part of his daily training people. So what he used to do, let me tell you. So he mentally rehearsed every single aspect of his race. His perfect dive, every stroke, the resistance that the water will give him, the water resistance, and even overcoming potential setbacks. So there is one thing while he was doing his visualization, there is something that he consistently observed, that every time he visualizes, he feels his goggles are filled with water. Like every time he goes into water and he's swimming and he's moving forward, he would have this visualization that my goggles are filled with water. And he's struggling with it. And then what happened? The same visualization, he used to try to come out of it and he would figure out ways, and this is how I'll come out of it and all of those things. Here is an interesting thing that happened. And during 2008 Olympics, the exact same scenario happened. His goggles leaked and they were full of water and they left him completely blind in the pool. Tell me what happened. Did he win the race? Did he lose the race? What's expected? What happened? Show of hands. Yes, Neetu.
He won the race.
Why? He should have lost. Goggles full of water. He's competing. He doesn't have any Tom, Dick, and Harry on his side. He has champions by his side. Why should he have won?
Because he'd been visualizing, and his ultimate goal is to be the winner. So, whatever challenges which comes on his way, he will figure his way out to his goal.
I will just make a small amendment over here. You're absolutely right. He knows how to deal with it. He was prepared for it. He won because he already found a way. While visualizing for it, he knew how to swim on that case too. You know what he did on that day? He just counted his strokes. He knew exactly what I'm going to do. His eyes were closed, people. His eyes were blind. Mid race, this happened. It was sad, right? What did he do? Instead of panicking, he relied on his mental blueprint. Write this word down with you. The mental blueprint that he had built while he was visualizing every day. Because he had visualized this challenge so many times, he stayed calm. Panic didn't happen to him. He counted his strokes and he won the gold medal. How many of you feel this is mind blowing? Nobody, if suppose there is a person just in the same scenario who's not like him, would he have won? You tell me. Is this mind blowing or not? In the chat box, let's celebrate the people who are really exercising the right power. In the chat box, people, mind blowing. These are the kind of people who have done so much of magic in their lives. They have consistently worked on these things. You know what? His insight was, and I want you to write this line with you. He says, if you can't visualize yourself winning, you'll never win. That's one statement that Phelps gives every single time. If you can't visualize yourself winning, you'll never win. You got to visualize it. He rehearsed it so many times that he made it happen. You know, the next one that you see over here, first step I want you to now drill in your mind from this point onwards and write it down wherever you're taking your notes. That first step is your mental rehearsal. It gives you the chance to visualize and overcome every potential obstacle that is going to be. It prepares you. It makes you solid. It makes you polish your own potential. And that's why it is not wishful thinking. Are we clear why I said it is not wishful thinking? You go through a mental blueprint you built for your own self. It is a prototype. Tell me what happens before you create a product. A prototype is made? Yes? Without a prototype, if someone just goes on, oh, let me just go into manufacturing, create the product. Has it ever happened? Let's look at it in an even simpler way. Think about, I have to create a presentation, right? So before creating the presentation, do you first think over here, what is the presentation you want to make? What do you want? Well, if you don't do that, you just start making the presentation something seriously wrong. You've got to have the why. Why are you doing it? For whom are you doing it? What outcome do you want out of it? When you figure that out, then you have a mental blueprint. What is the kind of presentation you want to make, isn't it? And when you keep going through it, since the blueprint is there, every time you will be moving off track, that blueprint is going to guide you. Something is wrong, isn't it? Your mind, your gut inside tells you something is missing. How many of you have experienced that? And you know clearly something is missing. So, like this saying in Hindi, baat nahi ban rahi. Something is missing. Kuch hai. And then you figure that and you keep thinking, it worries you, but you keep figuring it out. Happens? Yeah? Look at the next person over here. I'm going to share my screen again. How many of you know Jim Carrey? Show of hands. Jim Carrey is one of the most renowned Hollywood actors. And he, like, if you talk about all comedy kind of roles or those kind of roles, then the kind of gestures he used to make with his face, amazing. Nobody generally, if you talk about people doing the kind of stuff that he's doing, you can't find another person like him. How many of you have known Jim Carrey for that? You've seen his movies, Dumb and Dumber specifically, yeah? So initially, when I used to see his movies, I'm talking about myself, when I used to, what does he do? I mean, I didn't like to use his gestures at all. But the story that I read of him, so I consistently read those kind of case stories and all, which really, it stirs your mind. It keeps you active. I don't believe in reading fiction. Reading real case stories people who've come out of situations, it takes you to a different level every single day. Make it a habit. He was someone who was struggling. When he was struggling as an actor, and one day he was just thinking to himself, will this change? He said, I very clearly, vividly remember that this one voice came in my mind that you will be someone who will be paid $10 million in one day. And he said, I'm not going to wait for that day. You know what he did? He took out his checkbook. He wrote a $10 million check to himself. That there will be a day, this will be in my account, I will go and cash it. You know what happened? After he wrote this, he didn't just sit down and visualize every day that my check is going to be encashed. He worked relentlessly to hone his craft, become better every single day. And he was someone finding, what am I not doing wrong? Criticizing his own actions, not from the point of view, oh, you know what, I'm not doing it well, I'm not doing it right, I'm not worthy. From the aspect, I have to become the worthiest to receive the $10 million in cash. He worked for that, to hone his craft, to get that paycheck, because he believes in one thing. If you can't, you cannot do this, that you just visualize and then you go and eat a sandwich. I visualized my day is going to be like this, everything is going to be like this, and then, oh, visualization done, carry on with my life as it's coming. You can't do that. You can't just visualize and go eat a sandwich. You have to work hard. But when you visualize with purpose, it sets the direction. So this is what happened. After 5 million, after 5 years of this day that he wrote his check, he receives a call after the Dumb and Dumber movie. And his director says, the movie is done so well. You know what? You're getting $10 million as a bonus. He couldn't believe himself. He said, I actually went that day and I cashed the check, though I redeposited whatever I got. But I cashed the check. I wanted to feel the money for once in my hands. It happened in my life, is what he said. Is it amazing, people? Tell me. In the chat box, please, let's keep the energy flowing. These people have done amazing things in their life. Write it down. Yes, absolutely, Dr. Sahu. He wrote that $10 million check to himself. Similarly, Arnold Schwarzenegger. How many of you know him? The Terminator, yeah? He always saw himself as winning bodybuilding championships long before he stepped on stage. He imagined himself to be a Hollywood star, but nobody would believe him. As a bodybuilder, he would imagine his muscle growing, sculpting from the ideal form, the kind of workout that I'm doing. This is the way my muscle is growing, and I'm doing something extraordinary. He believed in one philosophy. Your mind is your limit. And as long as your mind can envision the fact that you can do something, you can do it. The thing is, if you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand, is what he said every single time. And these are 3 people I've lifted, over here from so many of them, the stories that I wanted to share. But you talk about Oprah Winfrey, Serena Williams, Jeff Bezos, so many people. Yes, he was a chimney sweeper. Absolutely. There's so much that people have achieved, and these are celebrities that I can tell you stories out of people who are here in this, either in this batch or here with Zenith, who created extraordinary things with creative visualization. Some of you would know that story. One of the people over here who shared this news with me after an year, never telling me that's what she's visualizing for. She said, I got the gift of becoming a mother after doing the affirmations and the creative visualization, because she was told by the doctors she cannot have a baby. Every doctor treats it as a miracle. After 1 year, she wrote that mail to me and she said, when she came into session, I want to say something to everyone over here. And she announced, I don't know how many of you know her, Seema Yadav, anyone from her batch. She said she was blessed with a baby boy because of the power of creative visualization. I have so many people come back here and share with me. They got their promotions. They got the exact same job that they were looking for. They got the same opportunities they were asking for. The opportunities where they were speaking and addressing a large audience and all of those things, they happened. Guess what? I want to say kudos to all those people who actually tapped into that power, created power for themselves. Do you want to say it out for them and all these people who have utilized this power of the universe? So let's just say kudos to each one of them in the chat box. Awesome. This is wow. Let's put it in the chat box. This is wow. Okay. Do you think there is someone from the iPhone? I want you to change your name, please. Do you think it is possible for an average human being to think in that way, like the way these exceptional people thought? The answer is given by Dr. Sahu without my asking in the chat box. Arnold Schwarzenegger, who he was when he started his journey. Each of these people, somebody started as a janitor, somebody started as a very average human being like each one of us. Average is here. That is why they say if your mind can conceive, okay, here is the thing. I don't know your name. If you could put your name out there, that'll be awesome. Change your name. There's an option to rename yourself. Let me tell you something. The only problem why people don't achieve it is they can't believe themselves achieving it. Someone who wants to, say that I want to become an extraordinary, an exceptional speaker. Okay? That's a want. Are you willing to put in the hard work to achieve that? That's the question. Someone says, I want to be healthy. That's a want. Are you ready to put in whatever that's required to be healthy? What's your priority? What do you really want? Over here, I want to share that short story with you, not out of this particular session, but since you asked me this question, I'm going to share that with you. There was this one particular guy, really badly wanted knowledge, heading up to the mountains, asking for that one monk. He said that if you are going to become a disciple of this guy, he is going to give you the knowledge that you want. You will be blessed. So he reaches that place, waits for that monk, and he comes out. Okay, after exactly about hour, 2 hours of waiting, he just comes out, and then he says, you know what, I'm here. I traveled so many days. I've reached here. I just came here for knowledge. He said, okay, do you really want knowledge? Come tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. This guy was so excited. I will be blessed. I've spent so many years just looking for knowledge. And when I'm here, I will get it. Next day morning, 3 a.m., he's there. Waits outside. He's really anxious. The monk is not coming out. Waits. It's an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. After 2 hours, the monk comes out and he says, you want knowledge? He said, yes, follow me. He asked the guy, follow me. And he starts walking down the road. The guy follows him. He takes him down to the riverbank over there. What happens? He says, what do you want? He said, I want knowledge. He said, really? He grabbed him by his neck, put it down, underwater. The guy's not able to breathe. Oh my God, what's happening? This guy is crazy. Am I at the right place? I just asked for this. What is he doing? And then he takes him out after about 40, 50 seconds or so. And this guy's like, oh my God. And he's looking at him, thinking, worrying, am I at the right place with the right guy? It's morning. Nobody even know I'll be dead before anyone knows it. What's he doing to me? This time again, he says, what did you want? He said, I want knowledge. He grabs his neck again, puts it back into the water. Same thing. The guy's gasping for air. Oh my God. Takes his face out again, head from underwater once again, and asks him one more time, what did you say you want? This time he's so scared to answer, but he still gives it a chance and he says, I want knowledge. He grabs him again and puts him back into water. This time for a longer time, and after about 1 minute, 60 seconds exactly, he takes us when he's literally like panting for air, and he takes him out, and this time he says, I want air, I want air, I want air. The difference between wanting knowledge and wanting air is when you want something truly like air, you will have it. The difference, why some people do it, why some do not do it, the difference is in the want. How badly do you want it? That's the answer. If you truly want it, guess what? The teacher will appear, the resources will appear, the opportunities will appear, the possibilities will happen. And today I'm going to show you how it all starts happening. You will start seeing everything. These guys did it. Do you want to know how they did it? What's the science behind it? Do you want to know that? Ready for this? Yes? Let's do it, people. Let's do it. I'm just not going to give you some theoretical things out here, okay? See the science behind it. See how they did it. See what made them win those titles. You got to see this, that if you can see it, you can believe it, you can create it. What does it say? If you can see it, you can believe it, you can create it. Are you ready? Are you ready? You got to do an exercise with me. I got to see, I got to test. Can you see it? Can you believe it? Can you feel it? Ready? Let me tell you this. I would really want each one of you to be here on camera for this if you want the benefit out of the exercise, if you want to be prepared. We will be doing creative visualization for your purpose today. Okay? Before that, your mind, your brain needs to be primed. Are you ready for that? Yes? Couple of times today, back and forth, I told you I'll be asking you to close your eyes. Anybody who has resistance to do that, you feel, I become antsy and all of those things happens. Yeah? Keep your camera on and follow the instructions that I'm going to give you. Just relax. Right now, in this moment, relax yourself. You can rest your back and just listen to the instructions. All I'm going to take is about a couple of seconds to make you achieve this. Sure, Sadia, be off camera. Absolutely no problem at all. That's a genuine situation, genuine thing, okay? So don't worry about it. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Deeply breathe in this time. When you're breathing in, feel the air go through your throat. The wetness, is it warm? Is it cold? Take a deep breath in and feel the air inside. Keep your eyes closed. Bring a small, little, tiny bit smile on your face. Breathe in again and breathe out. This time when you breathe in, I want you to imagine yourself holding a ripe, juicy orange in your hand. Absolutely orange in color. It's a little cold. You feel it's slightly rough. There's this dimpled texture of the peel as your fingers are wrapping around it. You feel that texture. Now slowly bring the orange closer, closer, and closer to your nose. Inhale the fresh, citrusy aroma. Can you smell it? Give me a nod if you can smell it. I want you to begin peeling the orange. Poke your thumb. Let your thumb dig into the peel. Feel the cool mist of that zest that sprays into the air, the skin as you pull the skin away. That spray that you feel, that zest. Feel it. Piece by piece, take it away. Now listen carefully. Can you hear the subtle sound of the peel? Listen to the sound of the peel. When you're separating it from the fruit. Now visualize the bright flesh of the orange. Now it's exposed in your hands. Now I want you to pull apart one wedge, pull apart one piece. Put it in your mouth. And as you take a bite, taste it. Is it sweet? Is it tangy? Does your tongue feel the flavor? Feel the cool, refreshing sensation. Chew it. Let the flavor flood all your senses. And at the click, open your eyes quickly. Open your eyes. How many of you felt the orange? How many of you can taste the orange? Show hands if you can taste the orange. In the chat box, put it for me. I tasted the orange. I smelled the orange. How many of you tasted it, smelled it, held it? What happened? In the chat box, please, quickly. Let me see that, okay? For you. So all five, like, tasted, smelled, very good, fantastic. Tasted it, felt it in my mouth. It was, okay, how many of you had a sour one? Not very yummy. How many of you had a sour one? How many of you had a tangy, a little juicy, sweet and sour both? It was okay. How many of you are real sweet one? Real sweet one. Anybody has a real sweet one? Okay, good, Anna. Yeah, great, Shamla. Fantastic. Sour, tangy, tasty. Okay, good. Mix. Visualize the smell, citric aroma. Thank you, Brahmananda. Love that, people. Love that. I believe in myself. I know I can do it. I believe in my strength. I know I can do it. I love that. I trust myself. Absolutely fantastic. I know I can do it. And now, every person who's writing out there, I'm going to urge you this: read every time somebody's writing. What am I doing when I'm reading that? That makes me instill belief in myself. That's why one for all for one. You are here with everyone's energy. You are here with a group of people. Everyone believes in themselves. So if you put it underneath the 18th December podcast, you're going to write over here, done, 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 done. Meanwhile, I'll check in the community. And don't worry, Suzanne, put it out here in the chat box if you don't have. Otherwise, I think all of you would have gotten access for the last 7 days. So don't worry about that. You should have it. Just click on the links those were given to you. Go underneath the 18th December, okay? It says transform 2025, seed the right intentions. Underneath that, I see Mohini and Neetu, you've already done it right now in this moment. If you want to change the intention, you want to change the core intention differently, put it out there. Okay, my body shape and become CEO of my thought process. Okay. Specify Sai Tej. That's what I see. So I'm going to call you Tej, okay? So they specify by the 31st of March, with respect to your body shape, how do you want to see yourself? Put it out there, please. Suzanne, inner peace, define inner peace. You've got to be specific. Okay, that's good. Complete ACCA to become effective communicator. Okay. Very, very specific goal. I love that. Evolve into my better version. No. What's your better version? Define. 5 kgs of weight. Okay. Tangible, possible. Okay. I'm going to have found a stable job, launched my consultancy by the end of April. Are you already working on your consultancy, Solomon? Are you already working on that? Okay. Is it halfway through? Have you thought of the timeline? 31st March is what I'm talking about. Reduce my body weight by 20 kgs by the end of 2025. Okay, Prabha. 31st March, where do you see yourself? 31st March. Are we all clear? I just need to know if everyone is clear, because then when I move forward, there should be no one with a struggling thought. Anyone with a struggling thought, you got to tell me right now. Any struggling thought right now? Are we all clear? I just want a yes in the chat box, please, everyone. And if you're not clear, you want some guidance, you call it out right now. I didn't just say one for all for one. I mean it. I won't leave you there. Okay, 20 are done. Let the others struggle and figure out themselves. Not like that. Don't work like that. Everyone, people. Fantastic. Perfect. Don't worry about what you need to do. Hello. Don't do like that. I don't want to know what you're going to do for this. This is not the time for that. I want you to have a clear goal, an achievable goal. What you're going to do for it, don't worry. We'll tell you. The link Just go
Ma'am?
to the value vault, Param. Go to the value vault. In the community, go to the value vault, scroll down. You will have the 18 December podcast that says Seed Your Intentions 2025. Underneath that, you would have seen already people have commented and put their intentions. Just pick the comment and write your intentions over there. Yes, Neetu, you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I wanted to master stress handling. So is that something I can put it? Because I really wanted to
Neetu,
have that.
you don't really want to master stress, and do you want more of stress that you want to handle? What are you talking about?
I wanted to be calm, you know?
Yeah, so I want to
Yeah.
master calm. I'm not going to
Yes.
master stress handling. What are you calling the universe? Send me more stress. I want to handle it. Yeah, I don't want you to
Okay.
call that. Yeah, the
Okay.
universe listens. Yeah. So,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, so no negative, never ever a goal is supposed to be in negative, and never ever a visualization is going to be in negative. So even when people would say, losing weight is a negative, yeah, the weight has to go down, but your
Okay.
self-esteem has to go up. Your self-worth has to go up, correct? Visualize that. Are we good about this? Can I move
Okay.
forward? Yes? Fantastic. Mohini, you are talking about the action plan over here. No action plan. This is not the time for action plan. What you're going to do. I want you to focus on what do you want? Just that. Action plan is going to come later. We're not going to, let's not club too many steps together. Okay? You got to do some work this week. Hard work is following. Like, yeah, like Jim Carrey said, you can't make a vision and then go eat a sandwich. You got to make a vision and then go work hard for it. So that's what we're going to make you do. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right. So I'll dedicate daily 10 minutes to mindfulness. That's again a task, a chore that you're adding to yourself. That's not a vision. What do you want at the end of mindfulness? What do you want to achieve? When you become mindful, what will happen? Who would you be? I want you to think about that state. Done? Are we all good? Increase my confidence. Good. That's okay. That can be a goal. I want to increase my confidence. My confidence level will be different. Excellent. Now, the same thing that I just told you, when you did the orange peel exercise, you engaged the power of your mind. You did one thing that I asked you to do, and you tasted the orange, correct? Yes, show of hands. You tasted the orange, you smelled the orange, you felt the orange. All of that happened, right? If you can see it, if you can believe it, then you can achieve it. Just understand that. So somebody who asked me a question, can I do that creative visualization? So if you did with the orange, you can do it with anything. So anyone who was not able to do it at all, like you did not see the orange, you could not feel the orange, you could not smell the orange, you could not taste the orange, anyone who just could not do it. Good. That means each one of you have that capability. So some people are visualizers. Okay, when we'll talk about the personality types, those of you who have your personality profile reports, you know it already. Those of you who are visualizers, you clearly see pictures and you know that happens very quick with you. So those who were in the communication intelligence and you have your personality profile reports, think about it right now. Since you already know you're a visualizer, visualizations come very easy to you. Now, here is the good thing. Even if you're not a visualizer, there is an aspect of every personality type in everyone. You can always raise the visualizer when you do the right kind of exercises. Visualizer in you, the capability of you to visualize, keeps going up with practice. So whatever you visualize today, it's going to keep getting better and better and better. Make sense? Yes? Yeah? Good. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do right now is I want you to just tell yourself in this moment, this one exercise that I did, it made me realize that my mind can create sensory experiences purely through visualization. Yes or no? I asked you, do you have an orange? No. Did you actually eat an orange? No. How did you feel the taste of an orange? Because your brain has the capability to create sensory experiences, which means it can make you feel purely through visualization. So imagine if that can happen. Imagine what can happen if you apply this to your goals, achievements, the life you envision. So before we move forward, you got to understand the science behind creative visualization. Before I actually make you do creative visualization, what is happening in your body, in your brain? Ready to know that? Interested? That, okay, well, how is my brain working? How does creative visualization connect to science? It is not supposed to be spiritual. It's not supposed to be abstract. Why is science behind it? Ready for this? Yes? You want to know? I'm going to share my screen. And this time around, I want to share with you how does the entire circle of creative visualization work, which means when you do it, what all are you activating? Ready? Yes? Okay. Look at this image and understand this carefully. These are layers of you. Every single time that you are creating a mental rehearsal, which means when you are projecting something in your mind, when you are visualizing something that is happening in your mind, at that very point of time, that mental rehearsal, your brain starts feeling it is happening in the now because your brain doesn't distinguish between imagination and reality. The proof is the orange exercise that you just did. Does it make you understand? Does it make you connect right now? Your brain cannot differentiate whether it is happening, going to happen, happened sometime, or am I just imagining it? Your brain doesn't know it. That is why, if you would have realized many a times, how many of you feel that you are there to go and give a presentation and you already are feeling sweaty the moment a presentation has been talked about? The moment someone says, you have to give a presentation tomorrow, guess what? Your tummy starts rumbling, your hands are all sweaty and cold, and you are so scared you don't want to do it. Happens? Show of hands, please. Even if you get to know this is going to happen after a week, 10 days, does it happen to you? You have cold feet, and then somehow you're not able to focus on anything, you don't feel like eating. Happens? What is happening to you? Why? Because your brain has already understood this is happening. It is considering all the situations right now, in this moment. Your brain cannot differentiate between something that you are visualizing or something that has actually happened. So, guess what? Every fear that we have, the anxiety that happens inside us for anything that is happening inside us, it is all a sum total of a kind of a visualization you are already doing unknowingly. There is a mental rehearsal of the failures that we do. Yes or no? Why do you feel scared? How many of you have this worry? What if I make a mistake? Show of hands. I'm scared of speaking. What if I make a mistake? What if my idea is completely rejected? How many of you fear this? I don't give an idea because I don't want to be looked down upon. I don't speak because what if the words don't flow? I don't present because what if I just black out? I don't have any ideas. I don't have any words. I even have, how many times it has happened, you prepared for it, but you black out every single time. Every single time you just keep fumbling for words and you have practiced it so many times. Happens? Because guess what? Mental rehearsal has been for the failure more than the success. Unknowingly, the creative visualization happened. Are you understanding now? If I just tell you, it's so simple for me, 30 minutes, teach you creative visualization, go, enjoy, have fun. We have manifested everything is going to be good. Guess what? I want to give you that power that you also correct the wrongdoings, that you also correct the mistakes you've been consistently doing so that you can stop doing it. Make sense? Yeah? Now let's take it forward from here. This moment, I want you to understand. Look at this image very clearly. Every single time that you are doing a mental rehearsal, your brain is not going to distinguish between the imagination, the visualization, and the reality. When you imagine an experience, what happens? Your brain activates the same neural pathways as if you were living it in real time. I want you to write down the word neural pathways because we're going to talk about it, okay? This process is known as mental rehearsal. High achievers in sports, business, personal development, they do it all the time to prime their minds for success. There was a Harvard study, and I want to share this with you. This was done with a group of pianists, people who were going to play piano. This was done with them. And this is what happened. So researchers found that, let's do this, divide them into groups. So they took a group, and this particular group was mentally made to rehearse playing the scales. And this group was actually sent to proper piano lessons, same scales. You know the result. People who had done mental practice and people who had done actual practice, the same brain regions were actually activated. These are real tests done. When it's done right, what it means is when you do the creative visualization right, it can yield tangible, real results. This is not imagination. What did Michael Phelps did? Yeah. How did he overcome that challenge? They even rehearse the important, okay, this moment, just think about it. Have you ever seen that sometimes you rehearsed a conversation in your mind, it was a difficult one, and then you went and you did it. You actually sometimes found that because you had done the rehearsal, the words just came out. Happened with you? You did it right because the practice was done. That mental rehearsal, what actually happened? It had created the neural pathways. You did enough practicing of that particular conversation happen without a doubt. When it doesn't work is when there is doubt creeping in with the practice. Because we did it without a doubt and it just happened. It doesn't just happen. It was not a fluke. This was mental rehearsal done in the right way. Your subconscious has an amazing role to play. That is what I'm just going to tell you. The first step is the mental rehearsal. So when you look at this particular image, the mental rehearsal is your step number one. When you imagine experiences, when you create experiences that shape your reality, then comes after you've done that, what you're doing is in this process of visualization, when you are doing the mental rehearsal, there is a direct channel of communication between you and your subconscious. Otherwise, do you know, you don't communicate with your subconscious. Fears communicate with your subconscious. Incidents, they communicate with your subconscious. So what happens? Anytime a certain experience happens, that experience is deep rooted inside us. That particular experience is going to trigger neurons in your subconscious, making you do or not do that same job later. So once if you failed in a communication experience, has it happened with anyone over here? So once if you make a mistake, a blunder, let's go to your childhood, okay? You did a mistake in a particular math class or an English class, and that particular mistake, once you did, in that particular class, you were really called out and people made fun of and you were ridiculed and you were really scolded and you were told, you don't even know this much. Guess what happened? In the coming classes, you stopped speaking, stopped participating, stopped even trying. Happened? Show of hands. Similarly, has the similar kind of thing happened in presentations? Did a mistake once, that mistake stopped you from future participation in other. Tell me, give me a show of hand. Has it happened or not? That you've stopped doing things once it happened, you didn't communicate with your subconscious. The fear of failing, that communicated with the subconscious. So when you do a mental rehearsal, it directly communicates with your subconscious. Is this now making sense to you? Are you getting the point that I'm trying to get you at? See, your subconscious mind, it operates beneath the surface, consistently absorbs information left, right, the actions, the decisions that you're taking, the behaviors. Sometimes when someone talks to you about a particular presentation to give, how does your body behave? That's what your subconscious is seeing. So when someone talks to you about a presentation, is this guy getting scared? So what does your mind do? Your brain's job is only one, to protect you. It doesn't work against you. Its job is to protect you. I got to protect my master. My master has to be secure at all given points of time. So if this is scaring you, then it gives the message to your subconscious, protect my master. He's not supposed to do it. Make sense? So the signal inside is, let me not do it this time. Those of you wanting to lose weight, what does the subconscious communicate? As it is, I'm going to gain it back again. Every time I've tried it, I've only failed. How will I cut off all of those foods and then not stop having them again? Happens? The communication with the subconscious is pretty damn strong, pretty damn powerful. In this moment, you got to understand that when you do creative visualization, you communicate directly with the subconscious. That is why this is so powerful. You're able to communicate with the subconscious the right thing. You reinforce the outcome that you desire, truly desire. You silently make the brain build new neural pathway, a pathway you can count upon. So when you visualize a goal repeatedly, your brain begins constructing a mental roadmap, a blueprint that you require to achieve it. Over time, what happens? This pathway strengthens, makes your subconscious aligned with your goals, and consciously, whatever you're pursuing, if you're mapping it with the action, you start achieving. Think about it like visualization is like a hiking trail, a new hiking trail. The more you walk the path, the clearer, the easier it becomes to navigate. The first time you go, difficult. Second time, clearer. Third time, better. Each time, then it becomes your friend. Oh, I walk this path every day. Yes or no? Make sense? Just like that. You know, just like the pianist, the same kind of study was done by Cleveland Clinic on about people who were trying to build their muscle. They were, a group was made to do nothing. A group was made to mentally practice strengthening of the muscle, just making your muscle squeeze and let out in particular kind of exercises. After that, another group was done what? Just go physically do it. Do you know what happened? Even those people who just visualized, just by visualization of 1 week, 13.5% increased muscle mass is what happened. And what did they achieve? 16.5. Difference of 3% between visualization and actual work. They work 1.5 hours. These work 20 minutes. Visualization every day. Power? Is this power, people? In the chat box, please. Come on, let's do it. Power. Yes, Anwar, I'm glad to know. Used to happen before communication intelligence, but no more, because now you have a system, you have a blueprint, you have a roadmap. That's what I'm proud of. Good job, people. Good job. True power. Fantastic. That, yes, superpower. Absolutely. You master this. Things that, things make you anxious, all of those things. You practice it right, you'll be able to overcome all of those. Now, look at this. What's the third layer? From mental rehearsal, you learn subconscious communication, and thus something called RAS gets activated in your brain. What is RAS? It is reticular activating system of the brain. You activate the RAS. How many times have you all seen this one thing happen? That you were thinking of buying a particular car, and suddenly you start seeing that car everywhere. Happens? How many of you have seen that? Show of hands, please. I want to see how many of you have experienced that. This is the RAS activated. The moment a decision was clear. And earlier you would see, suddenly I've started noticing this car so much more. Earlier, it was never there. You want to test it? Today, focus on a red car. And the next 7 days, see how many red cars you'll start seeing. What happens? Your RAS gets activated when you give it a clear instruction. Your brain, it has a built-in filter. The RAS is the built-in filter of the brain. So once you determine what you consciously want, then what happens? It notices, what, this person is noticing this car every time. So what does it do? It filters the unnecessary information and starts highlighting what aligns with your focus. I call it the new car effect. If you're setting a goal to lead a major project, now listen carefully. Suppose you said, I want to lead a major goal. Anna, this is for you. Suddenly, you will start now noticing you've put the best thing you've done, and why I named you out is because you've written it down clearly. Everything is crafted. Now, what will happen is you'll start noticing conversations about leadership programs, opportunities to present in meetings, colleagues start discussing upcoming initiatives. These chances were always there. So all of you who have now start looking at it, things that you really want to do, until you focus on it, you feel there is no opportunity. There is no opportunity. I don't know one. But the moment you start seeing it, because you've taken the initiative, your brain activates the RAs. Now it's filtering and highlighting them to you because you know your focus has shifted. Visualization works the exact same way. It helps you recognize the one thing that you want, activates the areas, and shows the right opportunities to advance you. Make sense? Yes? Are you connecting with me right now in this moment? Give me a big nod or yes or thumbs up, whatever you want to give people. Come on, show some love. Yeah? Good. That brings me to the last and the most important layer. What will happen? How the creative visualization works? That is emotional rewiring. So, what happens whenever a subconscious has felt something negative, like suppose a meeting happened and it gave you a negative impact, or a leadership meeting happened and somebody called you out and a negative impact happened. Subconscious communication created a negative neural pathway. This stage, when the RAs happen and you, through creative visualization, create emotional rewiring, then your belief and action, they come together. When the emotional rewiring happens is when you start achieving the goals. I'll tell you what is the time until which you will not achieve if your emotions don't align with it. So which means I am going to present really well, but my hands are sweaty. I am going to take this opportunity, but my tummy is anxious. I'm not believing if I'll be able to do it. My belief and my action is not aligned. The creative visualization is not happening. Consistently doing the mental rehearsal will make this emotional rewiring also happen. Is this clear, people? Is this now absolutely clear so that I can take you to what you're supposed to do today? Yes? Yes? Are you ready for this? So now you understand that yes, why this matters to you is because this is not daydreaming. It is a mental rehearsal I'm going to do to become a person that I aspire to be. By visualizing my goals, I'm just getting clarity. But the thing is, I got to attach emotion to it. Your brain begins working in alignment with your thoughts and your actions and your focus with that vision. But if you'll not be able to attach an emotion to it, it wouldn't work. So right now, in this moment, before we start the exercise, I want you to do this. Go look at that one goal you had written. Write that one goal down on a sheet of paper with you, very in bold letters. Absolutely clear. Don't jumble it together, okay? Neat handwriting, write it there. Let me know when done, okay? Yeah, Neetu, kind of you can say. It's the sense which you're not generally aware of. RAS is kind of, you can say that. It's a body's response. It's aligning the universe to you, making you see things you were not seeing earlier. That has always been there. Just like when you will start achieving results, sometimes, when people are struggling financially, suddenly finances start flowing their way. They feel, oh my God, my life has changed. And then they realize this was always there. How many of you have realized that in your life? I could have always done this. Why didn't I do it earlier? Happened?
Yeah.
Many times when you come to communication intelligence, how many times you said, I could have done this. My life could have been so much better years back. Happened? Yeah. Why didn't I do it that time? Because at that time, your goal wasn't clear, your focus wasn't there. So your mind was not filtering it. Your mind filters and brings opportunities to you when it knows you're focused on this now. Now this matters to you. Your subconscious communication doesn't happen with you when you are awake. Subconscious communication with the body is happening when you are mostly asleep. Now you are going to do it while being awake. Make sense? Yes? Yeah. Now, have you written it down? Have you written it down? Yes. Neetu, you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I just wanted to re-clarify my goal. Can it be I am always calm, or it has to be very specific?
Calm and composure are a part of me in my daily life. Write it like this.
Hmm.
Always calm will make you lazy, Neetu.
Hmm. Okay.
You want it to be there when you actually need it. So, which means when people react, you have calm handy, composure handy. When people become anxious, you have calm, composure handy. Make sense? That is why it is a part of me in my daily life with me. It should be tools you're carrying. Okay, right now I'm feeling hot. Let's switch on the AC. Right now I'm feeling cold. Let's switch on the heat. Make sense? I can survive the heat. I can survive the cold. Why? Because I have the tools. Make sense? Yeah? Good.
Mhm.
Have you written that down? Now, please, underneath this, the most important thing I want you to write is, can you tell me, what does that mean? District chess championship winner? Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. I understand what you're saying now. Good. Okay. So do this one thing for me right now, all of you. Focus on this. No distractions, please. Just focus on this one thing right now. I want you to write down what will happen in your body if you have it. What would be your emotion? I want you to write the feeling of your body, of your brain, of your heart. How would you feel? What is the emotion? Explain this. Write down this very clearly. Like my hands will feel like this. My heart will feel confident. I will walk like this. My face will look like this. Explain it and write it down. Okay. Param, this is not completely correct because it is very broad. I want you to give me, write down with yourself, don't have to share with anybody. Just make a very clear goal. Financial independence by 31st March, a small portion of it, what would that be for you? What would be that one avenue of passive income if you're talking about passive income? But so be clear, very, very, very clear. So when you're done, please write done in the chat box so I know you're ready. Aditya, can you specify the promotion? Year after year, consistent growth, all is good. For right now, until 31st March, what do you want to do? What is the meaning of doing excellent? What would you have when you will say, I am doing excellent? Write that down with you. Don't have to share with others if you're not, really comfortable sharing right now. Okay. So, ultimate happiness. Accept life the way it is. It is supposed to be a combination of happy, sometimes somber, sometimes sad, sometimes extraordinary. These are all emotions. None of them are supposed to be shunned. Sometimes, how many of you say, I never want to be angry? Show of hands, please. Show of hands. Be honest, okay? I never want to be angry. How many of you want? Okay, good. It's never going to happen. It's an emotion. It is going to come. The thing is, what do you do when that happens? You can learn to tame that anger, express that anger, be constructive with that anger. Do you even know the power of anger? Oh my God, I do the best of the things when I'm angry, but I don't do what people do. You don't need to expose yourself to anybody. You have to expose yourself to one thing when you're really angry. You do the best workout when you're angry. You create the best projects when you're angry. You do that work which otherwise people take a month to do. You will complete that within hours. In one day, you will complete all the things. Anger is very powerful. You just need to know how to channelize it. Okay. When I achieve goal, emotion, happy, confidence up. Good. Now, are you all done with this? Yes? Can we begin? Okay. Now, in this moment, you're going to do an exercise which will require you maybe the next 15-20 minutes to be absolutely in calm state. So if you have a door open, urge you to go and shut it down. If you want to go use the restroom, you want to take 2 minutes break. I'm okay with it. You want to drink water because this is essential for me. Before and after the visualization, I want all of you all to have a glass of water with you. After the visualization, I will not let you get up and get a glass of water. So have the glass of water handy, ready with you. Take a 2 minutes break, people. It's okay. Relieve yourself if you have to. Use the restroom if you have to. Have a glass of water. Stretch yourself if you have to. And after that, just comes relax and sit down. Okay? Your brain works on two things. Most important one is breathing, the oxygen and water. Two things your brain really, really needs. Okay? Water, break it down, it's again oxygen, H2NO, right? What happens when you raise your head? The oxygen from the water is not, otherwise it has the ability to immediately fuel your brain. That doesn't happen. Don't lift your head that way and have water. Always use a glass. Can we do that? Yes? Please take care of it, okay? It'll help you. Let me know when you're all ready. Let's get started. Everyone on camera, relaxed position, consume half a glass of water. Have nothing in your hands or in front of you. Laps relaxed, hands relaxed. Wearing any piece of jewelry that bothers you, take it off. Watch, if it bothers you, take it off. Ready? For this exercise, you would be required to keep your eyes closed. Do not open your eyes until and unless I give you the instruction to do that. Are we ready for this? Yes? Keep your eyes closed. But before that, just do this one thing. Answer this one question to your subconscious. I am in the safe custody of the universe. The universe right now is awakening the creator inside me. And I am now in the process of creation. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep your spine straight. Hands resting on your lap. Comfortably keep seated. Take a deep breath in. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold it for a moment and exhale it through your mouth. With each exhale, release the tension from your body. Start from your top of your head, every cell of your body. Release all the worries, the tensions. See your face relax, your jaw relax, your chest open and relaxed. Your feet are on the ground. Just now visualize roots growing through your feet down into the earth, deeply connecting you with the earth. Breathe in again. This time you're breathing the abundance from the universe. Abundance in every aspect. Abundance of health, abundance of happiness, calm, opportunities, possibilities. Breathe it in, fill your every cell with it. And when you exhale this time, you're exhaling and sending back all the worries to the source as love and light. Don't hate the worry inside you, send it out with love. Once again, breathe in. This time, your body is filled with nothing but positivity, happiness, light. Breathe out all the negativity, all the negative energy, all the stress. Keep your eyes closed, and at the center of your brows, there is a golden dot. This golden dot is just becoming slightly bigger, only bigger enough to have a big space on your forehead. From there, it is guiding you to look forward and show you a door. It's a beautiful looking door you've never seen before. It's leading upwards. Open the door. Walk through it. It's going upward into a warm, radiant light. Take the first step. The moment you take the step, you feel lighter. Your smile is increasing. Each inhale fills you with confidence. Each exhale releases any doubt you ever had. Now you only know one thing: I am a power magnet. Today, it is time for me to attract the very first thing I need in my life. Keep going up the stairs. As you go up, you see a large door glowing with your favorite color in front of you. This door is your gateway to your future self. Smile and thank the universe to show you this door. Now place your hand on the handle. Have the intention, I want to go through. Open, get inside. On the other side, there is a vivid, bright space. And what are you seeing? Your ideal life is being manifested here. You never knew. This is a place where the universe was always manifesting and creating your best life that you always wanted. See every detail. What was your goal? Where are you? What did you want to achieve? How are you looking? What are you wearing? Who is with you? What are the successes that are visible to you, things that you achieved, that you really wanted, and you see them, that you have it right now in front of you? You've achieved them already. What are these? And you see your future self is now walking towards you in the way you always wanted to be. Your future self has it all: the body, the shape, the confidence, the posture. Notice all of that. The calm you wanted, the position you wanted, the success you wanted, you already see it right now in them. Notice their posture. Notice the strength in their eyes. They're looking at you. Look at their gaze. Oh my God, so powerful. It is such a powerful gaze, the calm energy they are radiating. You're standing face to face. Feel their power merging with yours. It's like an exchange of golden energies between you and their body. their confidence, their wisdom, their energy flow is all coming inside you. Now wait. What are they doing? They're coming close to you, whispering something in your ear right now. They're sharing one powerful piece of advice for your journey. Listen deeply. What is the one statement that your future self just gave you, the one advice? Listen, remember, hold on to it tight. Your future self smiles at you, you smile back, there is a pact. Your future self right now is saying, I'm going to transfer all my energy into you. I need one commitment. You will not leave me alone. You will do whatever it takes to show this self to the world. Now, your future self is placing a hand over your heart. Feel their hand over your heart. Feel a surge of golden energy spreading through your chest, expanding to every single part of your body. Visualize this energy lighting up every cell in your body, awakening your strength, your creativity. This energy is becoming bigger and bigger, it's amplifying. Imagine this is pulsating from inside now to the outside. It is creating ripples that touch every goal, every project, every relationship in your life. Now, in this moment, remember your goal. The one line you wrote, the one line you wanted. Be specific. Were you wanting to deliver a powerful presentation? See yourself delivering that presentation in this moment to a packed audience, earning a standing ovation. Did you want to be fitter, lesser weight? Create a mental picture. Close your eyes. Now, what do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Who is there? Look at all the people around. Be attentive. Be focused. Look at everyone around you. Look at that surrounding. Who is looking at you? Who is appreciating you? Who is acknowledging you? Look at them. What are your emotions? Feel the emotions of success that you wrote. Powerful emotions, the joy, the pride, the excitement, the gratitude to the universe and to the vision. The stronger the emotions, the deeper the impact on your subconscious mind. A part of your brain might tell you this is a dream. You are dozing, but no, you're not. The subconscious is listening to everything. Your energy is amplifying your success. Your children, your parents, your social circle, your family, your mentors, they are so, so, so proud of you. Now listen. Listen carefully. With all the intention in this moment, thank the universe. Thank your future self. Thank this moment. Thank your mentor. Thank every person present in this beautiful experience with you. You and the power of your future self are now one. You have all the power your future self had. Now it is time to take the power and return and seal this vision. Are you ready? Give me a nod. Are you ready? Are you ready to bring this back into your real life with you? Good. Give me a nod. Slowly now, walk back to the door. Take one last look at your future. See, it's already manifesting. The opportunities are coming in. Everything is happening. Slowly, Open that door again that was of your favorite color and descend on the golden staircase again. Smile nicely, looking at your future self. Close the door, step down with intention, knowing this is the biggest miracle that happened, knowing you're carrying this power back with you. When you reach the bottom, keep taking the steps one after another, reach the bottom. Come and sit back on your chair, fully present. Come back to the chair you were sitting on. Feel the shoulder, feel your head, feel the neck. Remember the room you're sitting in. You've come back with power. But take a deep breath, inhale. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe in. Feel the power as you exhale. Focus on the center of your brows. The golden light dot is becoming smaller, going back to the universe. Slowly, when you're ready, open your eyes. Do not move. Just open your eyes. Slowly. When I click, open your eyes. You still have the power that you brought with you. Don't move with that power. Now, open your eyes, hand over your heart, right hand on your heart right now. Don't touch your face. Hand on your heart right now. All of you, hand on the heart right now. Everyone, wake up, hand on the heart right now. I know you want to be there. That's not where your real life is. Carry the power. Descend down the staircase. Sit on the chair. Look at the golden dot receding. Feel your body. Take a deep breath in and open your eyes. Good. Now keep your hand on your heart and say, I am becoming the person I am destined to be. Say it with me right now. I am becoming the person I am destined to be. Smile. Every step I take aligns me closer to my vision. I am ready. I am powerful. I'm a power magnet. And right now, in this moment, I am manifesting my future. Fold both your hands and close your eyes. Thank the universe for this beautiful opportunity, for the creation it created for you. Rub your hands nicely, cover your eyes and your entire face. Do it 3 times. Cover your eyes, face. Again, eyes, face. Big smile, heart gratitude. Whatever your biggest emotion is, now listen to me very carefully. Don't drift, okay? Open the notepad again. Your future self said something to you. Write it down. What was the advice? What was the very specific experience that you had? Something really phenomenal, some guidance, some direction you got. Write it down right now. First, write down with yourself, then write down in the chat box. And all those who have access to the portal, head immediately to today's session in the value vault, write it down there. Afin, could you share the link with everybody over here, please?
Yes.
Take your 4-5 sips of water. Once you've already written this, take your sips of water. How many of you had an extraordinary experience? Show of hands, please, that you really had a great experience and you're feeling warmed. Okay. I want 2 of you to share what happened. What is it that you really want to share? How was it this extraordinary feeling? 2 of you to share over here. Everyone head to the value world. Yes, Anna, please go ahead. I want one more hand raised.
Yes, ma'am. I could see that visualization of myself, which I have transformed. This was one of my goal actually. I could see myself how I completely changed. I could see myself in a different transformations. And second, I was doing one presentation, one of the conference which I'm aiming for, so that I can able to visualize myself.
Beautiful. Excellent. Wonderful. Love that, Shiva. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yes, Parveen, go ahead. Tell me. You're looking so good.
Thank you, ma'am. Wish you happy new year to everybody and to you and your team, ma'am. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And the very first day you want to start with something positivity, like to visualize. It's a really amazing thought. It is no one has like this thought actually. So hats off for you for that. When you just told me this visualizing, first initially I was like blank out, like I was feeling the darkness of myself. And when I do that inhale, exhale, I'm feeling that pain of the stress is just releasing out. And when you just told me to just staircase with the golden things, I'm seeing the person with the laptop or laptop bag with the just staircasing into the some white places inside, and with a lot of this one mental blueprint whatever he's having in the goals, and coming out with very light heavy whatever I feels the heaviness when I'm just when you told me to come down the staircase, I feel the lightness. When you slowly when you told me to just open your eyes, I feel clear vision. Whatever I feel the difficulties when staircasing, when I open my eyes it was clear and my goal is very clear and feeling very calm myself. I don't want to say that I can do, but I started already feeling for that.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent, Parveen. So
Thank you,
proud of
ma'am.
you.
Thank you
Okay.
so much for this.
I would not take the credit for this, Parveen, at all. It's not my thought. So, like you got your question answered, I got my question answered. What is the session supposed to be on the 1st of January? We were not supposed to have a session today. 1st of January, everybody's relaxing. Let everybody rest.
Yeah.
Why do it? And then the thing was, how can we do that? How can 1st January go away without doing this? And what we are supposed to do, this is what we're supposed to do so that everybody gets that power on the very first day. And those who want to rest, let them rest. Those who
And one more thing.
will achieve. Yes. Go
So,
ahead. Tell
and
me.
one more thing, ma'am. I just thinking it is how it is happening to you. It is thinking for the this one universe and the people belonging to you and who has been like studied with you, and then I want to do something. It is like you're passionate, or it is I really want to know from your thought process what made you to think about it as to bring into this today. It will
When I
not come,
came,
it is actually it is from your soul fully, or it is from your something beyond. It is I don't know, I wanted from your end to be say that, please.
I don't want to take any credit for this, Parveen, but thank you so much for saying that. I'll just say one thing. There is everyone wants a purpose in their life. 15 years back, I got mine. Zenith is the purpose of my life. This purpose made me understand life itself. I do it for all my selfish reasons. My selfish reason is when I do something, when I give something to you, you remember me in your prayers. I get so many extra prayers. I'm very selfish. So don't think about it like that. I'm just giving it to you. I am also getting something in return. I get the love. I get you remembering me. If I make a contribution in your life, tell me, will you not go and when that thing comes true, whatever you visualize today, won't you remember my name? Wouldn't you say, I made you do this exercise? Wouldn't you send a prayer my way? Well, I live for that. That's the only thing that just keeps me driving, that if I'm able to support, help, contribute in as many lives as possible, so till my last breath, plan to yahi hai. I would want to do it. So I generally like to say, if my teeth don't fall off, I'll be still doing it. As much as I can contribute, I will keep contributing. So maybe universe chose me. Parveen, I have to be grateful. I was chosen. None of our talents are our own. Our ability to see through people, our ability to help people, our ability to make people solve issues. I got to know I have that ability. The talent is not mine. It is universe's choice to give to me or to someone else. If I'm given, it's my duty, my responsibility to honor it and then give it back. That's all. Nothing else. Thank you, Param.
Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much, ma'am.
Everyone, have you done it on in the value world? Because I'll tell you what, this energy needs to multiply in the next 7 days. I don't want this to die down. You all have to go keep reading whatever is there in the value world. So go put it in the value world before you all leave today. Everyone should have put in the value world your powerful experience. Now, you did create a visualization. You created a vision today. Now, let's pay attention to what you're supposed to do in the next 7 days. Something called outcome mapping. Write it down. You got to map the outcome. Okay. You saw something until the 31st of March, correct? Until the 31st of March, this is what I'm going to achieve. Yes? There is a long time until the 31st of March. What you got to do is this. If that's the milestone, what was the milestone you achieved? How did you feel? Where were you standing? Who is around you? Draft it in your notepad wherever you have it, whatever you wrote today. Then I want you to take 3 most important actions that are going to make you reach this outcome. I want you to write down those 3 outcomes with you. What are those actions that will make you achieve that particular outcome? Write down those core intentions again. That if I have to take these 3 actions, then automatically my outcome will be achieved. Do that. And then after that, you're going to get a worksheet from me today. Got 2 things that you're supposed to do. Do you want that? How many of you really want an action plan for the next 7 days? I got show of hands, by the way. You want it? Yeah? Okay. I'll give it if you promise me to act on it, not keep it. Nice. I received something. Good knowledge. Let's keep it on the side. Give me, yes, I'm committed to do it. Come on, I will take action in the chat box. Let me see if you're committing to it. Or, oh, wow, I got one more thing, one more resource to keep it. And a big one I have, I have lots of resources by my side, but I don't do anything with them. Good. Excellent. Keep giving me those names. These are the people I see are committed. Committed, ready to take action. You will love that, okay? Love that, Shamala. I track the ability to take action from the universe. Good. Write down your assignment. Assignment number 1. Everyone must have entered their core intentions and the action they're committing in the value world as a commitment, as a declaration to the community, so that when they see it, you're not stepping back. Today you do it. Are we clear? Give me a thumbs up. Are we clear of that? You can't step back from your word. That's a word you're giving to this community. Okay, so you go and do that over there. After that, you're going to receive an assignment. Tomorrow, you'll receive a mail from me. And in that assignment, you will have 2 worksheets. Your worksheet number 1 has 2 pages, basically. So the first page is next 7 days, you will do the creative visualization exercise every day, 10 minutes. This time around, there will be this one difference. When you visualize, similarly, you will sit down, you will relax, take the notes wherever you have to, okay? You'll take a deep breath 5 times. You will, every time you inhale, you will make sure the room is closed, shut. Every time you inhale, you relax, you give out the energy that is the negativity going out of your body. And then after that, you will make sure you walk to the staircase. Before you walk to the staircase, this time around, the very first action that you saw yourself, you said you got to take 3 actions, correct? I said 3 actions that you will take. The very first action that you can take immediately in the next 1 week. So if suppose How many of you say that I have this vision that I want to go and give a presentation in the next 3 months to maybe set this leadership or something? I want to give a presentation kind of sorts. Show of hands if anybody, thought about that. So to give a very fine, solid presentation, do you think the first action plan should be that you start speaking up at least once every week in a solid way? Yes or no? Yeah. So you will grab the very first opportunity within the very first week of this year, where you will say, I took the opportunity, I crafted my ideas, use your communication intelligence, people, you know your strategic learning, you know the after technique, apply all of those things step by step, your outcome, make sure the why is very, very clear, prepare for it. Initially, it could just be 1, 2, or 3 minutes. Now, suppose if you say, there is no meeting coming up where I can speak, there is no presentation I can grab in a week's time. How many of you have that problem? I'll solve that as well. Have that problem? Okay, so let me solve the problem for you. There are meetings happening, correct? You will grab the opportunity to speak after the meeting, to acknowledge what you really learned from the meeting, your biggest realizations from the meeting, the power you gained from the meeting. You want to appreciate or acknowledge someone, and you will go in prepared. So you will raise your hand. I want to share something. Your first statement would be, I want to share something. Write it down, please. I want to share something. And I want everyone to do it, please. Okay, you want to become powerful communicators? Take the initiative to communicate. So I want to share something. And then the next thing you do is, before you share, you must have written the 3 bullets that you want to share with everyone. And those 3 bullets must have, okay, what is it that you're appreciating about someone? No negative content in that sharing. So suppose I just realized, I want to give feedback to this person. Happens, somebody has done something wrong and you want to give feedback to them. Happens, yeah? You're not doing it. Only thing you're doing is, what do you want to appreciate about people? Clear? Yes? So I want to share something, and then first thing you share is something really positive. Second thing you share is a realization that you had today. So I never realized that this person had this kind of a talent, and the way this person put up this thing together, whatever you want to say. I had a realization that our organization had these things, and I never. So something that you just observed and created a realization, you will share that with everyone. And then you will say, I really want to appreciate this. And I want to appreciate all the people who put in the effort. I want to appreciate this person who put in the effort. So start with appreciation, end with appreciation, say something really powerful or a perspective in between. Those who know CI, you know perspective. So perspective has to come in between. Clear about this? Yes. So this week you will take all those opportunities. Suppose you said, I'm going to lose these many kgs by the 31st of March. Guess what? This week you begin. How do you target this? 200 grams, 250 grams, 500 grams, whatever. We have 1 week. So what you'll have to do? Stop eating outside, drinking lots of water, sleeping on time. Never happens with me. Got it? So other than that, let me just tell you, just figure it out. Okay, I'm going to have 3 servings of fruits or vegetables, raw fruits and vegetables. Not eating after 7 p.m. Simple basic rules everybody knows. Do just 2 things, 3 things this entire week. What is the one action you're taking? And with that, you'll be able to put a stamp on the vision. See, people, I have one urge to you. You did create a visualization with, like Jim Carrey said, you can't visualize and then go eat a sandwich, right? You got to put some action into it. You can't sleep over this. Oh, it was a good experience. I'm not here to give you a good experience. I'm here to make you act. You promised something. Now go take your action. You got 7 days action plan. You're getting a checklist. You're getting a monitoring sheet. Will you act? You're getting everything served. Will you act? Yes? Do I have a promise? Fantastic. So now you getting this, all of those people who wrote their names over here will be receiving the worksheet tomorrow. Those who said, I'm committed, please note down all the names. These are the people who will be receiving their assignment sheet tomorrow. Those who did not write their names, you will not be. I'm sorry. I only give to people who commit. So if you missed it, by the way, you want to write it right now, please make sure you write it. Okay. Those of you who are already have access to the value vault, my urge to you, please go put something out there where you're telling people you took this action and the result. You got to drive everyone's inspiration to the next level. You take one action. the other person takes the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one. And then people start feeling, my God, I am not alone. You are here to tell everyone I am not alone. Make sense? Yes? Can we do that? Yeah? Now I want you to tell me, how powerful are you going back from today's session? I want you to share with me, how powerful are you going from today's session? 3 people, what are your biggest takeaways? Your 3 most important bullets you want to share with me? And everyone else in the chat box, what's the power you're taking back from here today? Whatever you are saying is your gratitude to the universe, just remember that. So you got to put it there. And those of you who are there in the value world, go put it in the value, please. Yes, Anwar, please go ahead and share.
Hi, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. After a very long time, I'm in touch with you. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. The important learning from today's session. The first one is universe has abundance, and the creative visualization is the blueprint or the strategic tool to align yourself with the universe. And the second is mind can experience the sensory experiences through creative visualization. And the third thing is the future self in the creative visualization said to me, if you can see it, you can believe it, you can create it, because you are a powerful magnet. Thank you so much.
So powerful. Can we acknowledge Anwar, please? So powerful, so beautifully shared. Who's the next one? Who wants to go next? 3 people. I know it's too much to seep in. Go ahead, just. Yes, absolutely, Sami. Very grateful to the universe. Yes, Param, please go ahead.
Yeah. So, well, I'm very, very grateful that I've become the part of this whole exercise today. So, a big gratitude to you, ma'am. You become the main source. And this technique which you have taught me, it has really taken me to the another world, because the kind of sensation which I could feel in my body, so it was a very unusual experience. And the light and the vibrations, and I was not feeling like to come back. I wanted to spend some more time there. And for that, I'm very, very, from the deepest core of my heart, gratitude to you. And the second important thing which I have learned in this whole exercise, action is very important. So whatever I'm going to craft it here for the next 3 months, so I would definitely put small action, the important actions which I'm going to take. So that's all. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm grateful.
Very beautifully shared, Param. Very beautifully shared. Action. Action is the name of the game. So you start with action. You attach action to the intention, and that creates magic. Everything becomes magic from there. Yes, Sadia, please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I missed the first, initial part of the session today. But from whenever I did come in, I felt it was so powerful. Because one very powerful thing I realized today, which was a defining moment for me, is that similar to communication workshop, where, initially I thought that communication is something that some people have and some others will never have. But then you reversed that for all of us, and you helped us realize that no, communication also has a scientific aspect to it, and there are tools to it which, if applied, anyone and everyone can be great communicators. So today, you helped me realize that when you want to achieve something in life and you tap into the universe, there's a technique for this too. And that this is also scientific and there's no guesswork to this. So thank you so much for this. And the second thing that I realized is about how I always knew about how fear, can manifest things, but now I realize the scientific aspect to it, of how the wiring happens, and that it's not an accident. Because all this while I was thinking, oh, this happened accidentally. I thought about it, and look at that. It just I manifested it. But now I realize that I can be responsible towards each and every thing that happens in my life. And so I have that power, and I am that tool that is designed by the universe. So I have a huge responsibility and accountability for even how I think. And nothing that really happens around me is accidental. And I'm in the presence of this at this very moment. These are the two defining moments that I had. Yes.
Very, very powerful. Very beautifully shared, Sandhya. Can we acknowledge her, please? Very, very beautifully shared. Very powerful. In this moment, while Sandhya was speaking, I just realized something. So just tell me if you would want this. Okay. Do you think if I record a creative visualization process for you to do for the coming weeks, would it help you? It's
That
extra
will be
work
awesome.
for me. It's extra work. So be very sure you're going to use it. Don't put me to extra work, okay? You wanted it, thought just came. So I thought if it's really helpful, then I would love to do that for you. Okay. So let's see how many of you need it. Accordingly, I'll gauge. If it's really needed, I'll do it. It'll take about 2-3 days time. The sooner I can, by maybe the Monday podcast could be that. If nothing, if not before. If it's possible before, I'll surely do it. Okay, so I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay, all right. You'll have that too. Now, please listen carefully. This next 7 weeks, you are on rigorous work. This week, whatever you do, whatever you sow, whatever action you sow this week, it's going to create a magnificent, beautiful 2025, I would say. And it might create 20,000 plus reasons for you to, acknowledge, appreciate the people around you, and world acknowledging you achieving those successes that you wanted. So I'd say the word 20,000 didn't just come out, it came out for a purpose. Maybe those many kind of successes belong to you. Here is something that I want to say. This 1 week is really essential. Next Wednesday, you will have your discussion forum where each one of you is going to present your work, put your work forth. Put your experience forth, put your challenges forth, put what happened, what did not work, put everything there. Discuss as a group, and all of you. That's the point, right? So let's put some action there. Let's make the action drive us to some results. And then from there, we pick up more. Does that work? Yes? Are you committed to come showcase your work over there? Fantastic. And whatever you keep doing throughout the week, just make sure that you're putting it out there on the portal. Afrin, I think a couple of people, those who had a problem with the access to the portal or whatever, just make sure you help them with it, okay? All right. Anybody has any problem, you need any support with the portal, you can reach out to Madhu, you can reach out to Afrin. Afrin is a leader that you want to be around, especially when you get in your discussion forum. The wisdom that she's going to share with you, I think those of you who know her, you know it very well, that the power that you will drive through the conversations, and there's going to be some fun. Of course, after all, it's New Year. I put you some real rigorous work today. Sorry, there was no fun. Was there fun, by the way? Was there fun? Was there enjoyment? Good. Okay. If it wasn't, I don't care. Did you enjoy?
Absolutely.
Even if you didn't, does it matter? Are you going back happy? Did you really learn something?
Yes, ma'am. Very powerful.
So love you all. This is a fantastic day, very beautifully invested with all of you. I'm grateful to the universe, to the Almighty. I got a chance to contribute in your lives. Thank you for taking the opportunity, accepting the opportunity. I'm grateful that I got to play a role, a part in your life. May you, in this moment, before we end, I'm just going to send this prayer out to the universe. May you receive whatever you visualize for yourself in reality. May you achieve abundance in all aspects of your life, abundance of relationships, happiness, love, good health, bliss, opportunities, career, growth, promotions, whatever you've set your mind to. May your life be blissful. January 1st, 2026, when you're sitting on this day, you feel, I have lived, accomplished 10 years of success in this 1 year. All the very best to you all. It was a fantastic well spent. Love you all. See you soon. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Take care. Good night.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you.